to. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? Does anyone have a question?
Stuart?
Yes?
How was the retreat for those of us who weren't able to attend?
Well, you should have been there. I'm not going to go through that. You know, there were 20 people there. It was an extraordinary weekend. I mean, by the end of the weekend, I didn't recognize the group that was there at the beginning of the weekend. And you miss something, you know, everybody had a reason, an excuse not to attend. And it was something amazing. I mean, I watched people in front of my eyes going through major transformation. And it's what I want in my life, you know. I'm not interested in excuses and all the other stuff. People that have the guts to truly make that kind of an effort, they get the profundity of Rudy's teachings. You know, otherwise, you know, anyway, it was an incredible weekend. It was an incredible weekend. And, you know, and again, I'm not 40 years old anymore. I can't do this every month. Probably the next one I'll do will be in February for Rudy Samadhi. I don't even know where I'm going to do it. I'm thinking maybe in Nicaragua, or not Nicaragua, Costa Rica, or maybe somewhere like that. I don't know. But I'm, but it's about, you know, I mean, look, you know, as much as I like and love these Zoom classes, in-person healing classes, I mean, you cannot compare it. You really can't compare it. And I love it. I love to do it. I love the people that are there, that are working on themselves. It gives me an opportunity to open in such a deep place inside myself that I feel that transformation taking place in myself as well, very deeply and profoundly. So you know, I mean, it was a great weekend. I'm sorry most of you missed it, but everybody had a reason or another, and that's none of my business. My business is to work with the people who come and make the effort. That's my business, you know? And I'm very grateful to do that because people that come and do that, they really make it possible for me to grow and me to change and me to really evolve to a much higher place. So it was a great weekend, you know? And I'm going to be doing more and more in-person classes. I mean, next weekend, I'm going to go to Big Indian. There's a small group of people that already signed up to come. We're going to do an in-person class there at the shrine or maybe in the classroom. And, you know, I mean, I'm going to continue doing that kind of thing because it really works. It works in a profound and really deep way. And as much as these Zoom classes are powerful, they're not the same thing. It's not really the same thing. And I don't know what to do about that. There are people here from all over the world, you know? I mean, I don't know how to bring you all together, you know, I mean, and make it possible for you all to be in the same room. I used to do it by traveling, which I'm not going to do anymore. I'm really not, you know, because I almost killed myself in 2019. And it was all about traveling all over the world, having retreats and doing meditation. So whatever God sends and opportunities, I'll take advantage of. And I mean, somebody offered me rent-free to live in a very nice apartment in Israel last weekend. They said that they, you know, they won't, you know, people are very old students of mine. I've known them for years. And they told me it would be an honor for them. They have an extra apartment. It would be an honor for me to come live there. I'm thinking about it, maybe, you know, and go spend 6 months there. Maybe I can, by not paying rent, can accumulate enough money to buy a nice place where I can run a center. I don't know. We'll see. A lot of things are changing. I'm very grateful for it. And we'll see how life evolves over the next few months. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask?
Stuart, I have a question, Bob Singh.
Yes, Bob.
What is the best way to digest the energy after a retreat of this nature?
You know, Bob, I spent half the day just resting, you know, and letting that energy go deep inside me and become a permanent part of my inner life. I didn't do any, I'd spent time resting today. I said, you have to do that, Stuart. It was too strong. I mean, the transformation, the power of the weekend was really incredible. And unless I took the time to digest it, you know, I mean, it's like you have a really good meal, healthy meal, you got to take time to digest it. And this was an incredibly healthy meal of spiritual energy. Give yourself time to digest it. You know, go sleep at night, you know, have a good sleep tonight, rest. You know, do things that really are, you know, calming and effectually help you to just stay quiet inside yourself so that your system can digest the power of last weekend. I mean, that's what I suggest. That's what I did today. I didn't do anything. I mean, you know, Jennifer lives here. Marcia is staying here. You know, well, we want to go here. I said, no, I'm going to just lie down and rest. I said, I'm going to take it easy. Because that's also part of it. You know, you have to consume the Shakti, but you also have to absorb the Shakti. And it can't be something like, oh, well, I'll have it. And, you know, oh, that was class, and now it's this, and now it's that, and now it's another. And, you know, and there are a lot of people that operate that way. I go to a retreat, and then I have another, you know, seminar and another thing, and they bounce from thing to thing to thing, and ultimately wind up with nothing. They don't digest, or they, fond memory of having walked on fire at one of them, that guy who has those retreats. You know, I mean, they wind up with nothing because it's from this to that, to that, to that, to that. And they never take the time to truly absorb what is being given to them. And I think even these meditations on Zoom, you have to take time to absorb all of this. It's very powerful stuff. And it needs to be absorbed and can't be now, okay, we'll turn off Zoom and now I'm going to go and spend, you know, 3 hours in a dance hall and, you know, do rap dancing for 3 hours or something. You know, I mean, I don't know how many of you are into that, but I'm just saying it's the nature of people. And nothing is absorbed. Or if they were around, you know, 2 hours of poison, you understand? They don't take time to just get that out of their system. So that's what I suggest, Bob. That's what I do. That's what I did today. And I feel like a changed person. I really do. I feel like last weekend just completely changed me in a really profound way. It gave me more freedom. It gave me things manifested that could truly help me in my life. And that's all I ask, you know. And if you think, I mean, even I was kidding yesterday about, my God, if I would have thought about doing this, I probably wouldn't have done it. I mean, it's very hard work to spend a weekend, you know, nurturing 20 people, 3 classes a day. Each class is 3 classes. So, I mean, you're talking about 2 days and 9 classes a day, 18 classes in 2 days. And I was even kidding around. I said it just jokingly. I said, if I would have known how hard this was at this point in my life, I probably wouldn't have done it. But I did it, and I'd do it again because it's worth whatever effort is involved and whatever it has to cost in doing it to undergo the kind of transformation that I saw people go through last weekend. And I felt myself go through. That's what I suggest, Paul. Just rest, take it easy. Don't get involved in complicated, make-believe Mercury is in retrograde, you know? Don't get involved in any complicated things. Try to conserve as much energy as you can so those higher forces, that energy that was in that retreat, will continue to work on you and to continue to transform your life. And then when the transformation is complete, a whole world will open up. You know, it always does. And you don't have to make that world happen. It will happen because the energy of God will flow through you and create a whole new cycle of energy.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Bob. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask?
Can I just ask a follow-up question?
Yeah.
So if I have a lot of work the day following a retreat, is it possible to go through work and still absorb energy, or should I still try to reschedule as much as possible and rest?
Well, I mean, if you can possibly reschedule a lot of it, reschedule it. As long as it's not going to effectually hurt your life. But if you could reschedule the work, you know, do it on Tuesday or Wednesday, you know, and take the day and let it really absorb inside you. You know, if you can't absorb it, if you can't take that time and it's so essential you do it, you know, then try to get centered and as quiet as you can while you're doing it. Don't get tense. You know, don't, you know, run away with yourself. Keep your mind from, you know, blabbering and going crazy. If you can put it off for a day, put it off, you know. I mean, a spiritual life to me is more important than anything because it will make possible a wonderful life on the earth. And I think we have to learn how to conserve energy. We have to learn how to finally recognize what is important, what really makes it possible. I mean, somebody said to me last week, he said, you know, he's half my age, you know, a really nice man. I really love him, you know. And he said, I wish I will have the energy you have at your age to be doing what you're doing. So I said, well, you know, if you make your inner work a priority and you really do it, you will have that energy. Whatever field you happen to be in, you will have that energy. So just, you know, I mean, I don't know how important your stuff you have to do, Isabel, but, you know, it's not life and death. You could probably put it off for a day. Go to the park, sit in the sun, you know, relax a little bit, you know. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Take a vacation from the madness of the world. Does anyone have a question? Anyone else have a question they would like to ask? I mean, it shows you how things manifest in life, you know? I don't even ask for things, they just happen. Somebody comes up, well, we have an apartment in just out, you know, like 5 minutes from Jerusalem. It's a really beautiful place. And if you want, you can have it rent free and live there, you know? And I'm like, it's a gift, God's gift. Whether I do it or not, I don't know. But I'm just saying that's how life happens when you're having a spiritual life, you know? These jewels are just given to you. Does anyone else have a question you would like to ask? Okay, if there are no more questions, then there'll be meditation on Wednesday. And God bless you all. Thank you for being here. Sorry that many of you missed the retreat, but you're here, and it shows me that there is absolutely a need in everyone here to have a spiritual life. This is not an easy way to spend an hour and a half on a Monday morning or Monday evening. And I'm just grateful to see you all and to do this and to continue this incredible work that we're doing. And hopefully it'll lead to the blossoming of each and every person that attends these classes. And they can do something extraordinary in terms of nurturing other people in their life. I think that would be something really fantastic. So bless you, thank you. And there'll be class Wednesday, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone.
Thank you so much.
If anyone lives near New York, just to finish up, and wants to go up to Big Indian next weekend, you know, you're welcome. Just let me know. So bless you, thank you, and I'll see you all soon.
Thank you, Stuart.